Okay, it's Friday, and I'm Christian, and I'm going to read you a segment of Kathy's new book.
I will kill you.
I'm not actually going to read you a segment of Kathy's new book. I'm just trying to make her angry at the moment. I'm filming this on Wednesday because we don't want to deal with video editing on Kathy's birthday, and I work all day on Friday, so I won't be around to record a video. The topic for this week was to talk about Kathy, because it is her birthday yesterday, if you're watching this, or tomorrow, if I'm here making it, which makes it all very confusing as to what tense I should be using for all of this. And she's turning 25 this week, which is pretty cool. That's sort of like the last milestone you get to where you get like new cool stuff that isn't like an AARP membership card. At 25 you can rent a car without having to pay the $35 fee, which I can assure you she is thrilled about. The ability to rent a 2-year-old Kia Rio without paying that fee thrills her to death. She's been jumping up and down about it all week. I've known Kathy for about 7 years now, since September of 2005, which is kind of weird to think about. Just having been with somebody for that long and it having gone so well for so long. And it's been different over the years. When we started, she actually sent me a text today asking me what the room number was in college, where I was living when we first met, and I actually did remember that off the top of my head. And my room combination. It was 1, then 2, 3, and then 4, and that opened the door to my room. She sort of stayed with me there part-time when we were freshmen in college, and when I was a sophomore in college, we actually lived in a room that was 8 feet by 15 feet, so about the size of a prison cell, with about as many amenities. There was a bed, and a desk, and a dresser. And that was it. The closet didn't really work because the bed had to go in the closet for the rest of the furniture to fit. Didn't have curtains or anything, so I couldn't afford curtains. And she didn't run away screaming, which I thought was a good sign. We thought we got through living in sort of the most miserable living arrangement possible. Figured after that it would all be sort of like smooth sailing and all very cool. So after living in the comedy small dorm room, things got sort of progressively cooler in terms of where we lived. We had an apartment in a building with 180 guys. That was pretty cool. And when I was a senior, I had like a 1,400 square foot townhouse and a boat. So I was like a fake little aristocrat adult at that point. It was pretty cool. I don't think I'll ever be able to afford that sort of lifestyle like as a proper adult with like real bills and whatnot. But as a college student, it was a pretty interesting way for us to live. We could choose, oh, why don't we go out and have a glass of wine on the sailboat tonight? Or, things like that, which was pretty cool. We moved in together officially after we graduated college in 2009. We had what we thought was like the perfect little rental apartment for us. It was a little 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom, a little yard. It was like part of a row home. No air conditioning, no like forced air heat, just a radiator. Had an oil tank, not like gas or electric or anything like modern, where that would work when it would get cold. So when it got really cold out, our heating oil would turn to goo. We wouldn't have any heat. And we got through sort of weirder experiences. Our first year out of college, first year living in our own place, we had that huge sort of Atlantic snowstorm that year. And we weren't able to get our cars out for about a week. So if we needed anything, we had to walk. We'd also just recently gotten a dog, so he went on those walks with us. Snow is deeper than he is. After the first apartment with the sort of questionable heat, no AC, and a yard full of rats, and the lovely, lovely neighbors, we moved out here to where we're at now. We both really like it here. The apartment's nice. It's a dog building, which is pretty cool. That was pretty crucial for us, that like wherever we lived, be friendly to having pets, especially dogs. It's been 7 years. We've lived everywhere from, a tiny little, almost jail cell like room to a couple of different townhomes and row houses, this apartment, a boat. It's been a really wild ride. And we haven't driven each other insane yet, which is, always a good thing. Our wedding was really wild. So parts of our wedding, were very traditional, Catholic church, very nice, hall, very sort of traditional attire for everyone, traditional songs at, the wedding itself, traditional foods. We didn't go too off the wall with any of it. We wanted it to be, a fairly, simple, wedding in that way. There's no choreographed portions to the ceremony or anything like that. But we did sort of skip out on some of the things that a lot of people do. We didn't have a limo or a big SUV or anything like that. We drove away from the church in a 12-year-old dark red Subaru station wagon, driven by me, which was what we both wanted to do. I think that was kind of cool. So I didn't really know what to get Kathy for her birthday this year. So I decided to go with a cooking theme for Kathy's birthday this year, and got her a bag of pearl onions, which I thought would be just fantastic. And were rather pricey. It was $1.98, but quarter of a century, I figured, she's worth it. Fancy onions. I'm not going to say in this video, because I'm shooting this Wednesday, and her birthday proper is tomorrow, and I'm pretty sure she can hear me, so that would be giving it away. Try to keep her from actually saying anywhere online what I get her. People can take wild, random guesses in the comments as to what I would get a Kathy for a birthday. Kathy, I hope you have a great birthday. And you can hear Stig in the background trying to say happy birthday as well, but he doesn't know words, just barks. Stig doesn't have a day of the week to go and hop on the channel, so I figured I would give him a chance to express his birthday wishes as well. So here's Stig wishing a happy birthday and biting me. Alright, you can go now, bud. I'm all done with you. So anywho, I think I'm going to wrap up the video now. He's about as frustrated as he could possibly be at the moment. There you go.